You what the truth does for you because I want to share a quick win that happened earlier today. This goes back to the video I recorded yesterday. When you're more accurate with your speech, when you change the language so that you're able to deliver an answer that is true, that doesn't compromise your integrity, but that also allows the prospect to be able to think about the pros and cons in such a way where they can make an educated decision. But of course, you're implementing sales principles and tactics to be able to get them over the line. But again, not being morally wishy-washy or morally flexible, we'll put it that way. That is a great feeling because you know that you did everything that you could do that is adhering to your ethics and how you want to live your life in general and what kind of relationships you want to have and what kind of life you want to build. And that is like a microcosm. The meeting or the call is like a microcosm of that. So what I did was I went into my pitch deck and I changed a bunch of words. I did my own research. I removed some data that looked very impressive that actually wasn't true. Some answers I changed, which are substantially less impressive. I didn't give any timelines, which have not been tested through clinical trials. So I was just being very careful with how I was communicating points. But I was doing it in such a way where it's I would share the bad news, then I would tell a positive story, and then I would end with the outcome that we're trying to produce. It doesn't really, you don't have to mislead people, you don't have to lie and manipulate. You can really just tell people the truth, but obviously present it in such a way where it's going to be palatable. Just like when you give somebody feedback, depending on the person that you're speaking to and the context of the context, the situation, that feedback is going to be delivered differently, of course. So yeah, I just wanted to share that win because it was great. It was great. It was proof that I'm able to close and you are able to close by being truthful, by not compromising your principles, by not compromising your integrity, by not lying, by not being deceptive. So that way you can sleep good at night. You can look at yourself in the mirror and nod your head and and really feel good about what you're doing and yourself. And also, like I mentioned a minute ago, it's actually a microcosm of the rest of your life. Because remember, the way you're running your sales calls, the way you're running your meetings is not going to be that much different than the way you conduct yourself in day-to-day life, either with your family, with your friends, with your relationships, with other endeavors. It's going to be similar because, again, you're basically training yourself to think and to speak in a certain way and to believe certain things that are manifested through your speech. You're training yourself to do that. So if you really, really think and are very, very intentional with the types of words that you're using, you have to be obsessed with the accuracy in your speech to the best of your ability. And in fact, what I'm going to start doing more and more with these videos is I'm going to come with a topic. Sometimes they're going to be free flow, but I'm going to come with a topic. I'm going to make some points or write some questions down so that way I can kind of stay organized and go through things point by point. I've done that in a couple of videos already, but I want to do that more and more. And I think that's going to be more beneficial for you because you're going to be able to follow my train of thought as opposed to trying to track what I'm saying because sometimes it could be very disparate. There could be many different points that I'm making, and sometimes I don't always close all the loops because I do this stuff on the fly. So I just wanted to share that win with you. I hope that's helpful. I hope that gives you confidence and encouragement to know that you can do it in whatever it is that you're doing with your employees or with your boss or with your clients, with your friends, with your family. You can do that everywhere. And but especially with work, right? Because remember, the reason you may not be doing that already is because you're valuing the outcome, the money that you're going to get paid more than that which allows you to transform and to become better. And then over time, you've compromised yourself so much that you don't know who you are anymore. And the money itself is going to be able to buy you, is going to afford you some material success, but it's not going to really fulfill you internally, and you're going to be wondering why. And so it's better to have that realization sooner rather than later, so you can save yourself a lot of stress and suffering down the line, so you don't have to put yourself in a hellish place mentally and always struggling to find out what's missing from your life and why are you having so many existential crises and so on. So hope that was helpful. And I think I'll close with that. So I'll see you in the next video.